What, Bill?
You know, somehow or other, I figured that you would really enjoy working with me.
When did I say that I wouldn't?
Well, first of all, you threw the book at me. And then you go and you pull away from me, and you pointed out that the primary advantage of us working together is that you get off of the dispatcher's desk. Look, Novak, if you think it was my idea that we be assigned together here...
Now, Bill, just keep your voice down
If I were to request a partner, there's a lot of other people in this department who would not consider it a personal offense to be working with me.
You really know how to put the words in somebody else's mouth. When did I suggest it? I thought you were responsible for the two of us being partners.
Novak.
Oh, hi, sir.
Congratulations on being off the desk.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Glad I could accommodate Hi's request.
Yes, sir. Well, so much for inspired Captain Hollenbeck, eh? So he's there when you need the information, isn't he? Hi there, straight talker.
Hey, look, you don't have to accept. You could back out if you want.
No.
We could get you something else off the desk.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. If you went to all the trouble of getting me as your partner, you're stuck with me.
I'll be damned if I know where I am with you.
But that's just as well. If I don't keep you off balance, who knows where we'll end up.
See, you see my report card.
Oh, right you are. About 6 people stopped me between the elevator and your door to tell me how well you were doing.
All right, come on, let's get out of here.
Oh, you move 1 inch, I'll hit you.
Such a tender mother.
Oh, behave yourself. Now, let me tell you. I brought you 2 cream cheese and olive sandwiches, scones from Kevin, a thermos full of hot vegetable soup, today's paper with the crossword undone.
Thank you.
A drawing from your son. Love from your father and me. And you are truly feeling better, aren't you?
I really am.
You know, of course, that your brother is using all of his influence and most of his charm to get you out of here as quick as he possibly can.
Yeah, I know. He came by last night.
Yes, he told me.
Did he tell you that everything is squared away between us? Patty and me, I mean.
Ah, I knew what you meant. Yes, he did.
That's good.
Amen.
Are you okay?
Oh, me? Oh, I'm fine. Ah, you came through. And now's your heart's desire.
Yeah, but not in St. Patrick's.
Oh, my dear. This was best and most beautiful of all the weddings.
Yeah, it was. I'll, get your ring back to you just as soon as I can get one for Jill.
Oh, I know you will.
It's strange to see your hand without it.
Indeed. But knowing where it is, I don't miss it. You understand?
Yeah. So, what's going on?
Well, Delia was chatting with me.
Like Jono?
Yes.
Boy, she makes me just want to wring her neck.
No. You just shush. I was upset before this morning, but I'm steady now.
Ma, listen to me for a minute.
Francis, you really don't have to say a word.
No, I know I don't have to, but I want to say this to you. Dee was here also. Yeah. And I am absolutely sure that Jill said to little John exactly what Dee claims she said. Because it's the same thing, as you well know, that I've said to Jono over 1,000 times over the last few years. And that is that I want him with me. I want him with me and Jill. I want to make a home for him. I want to have a family.
Of course.
And the last thing, I don't want him to feel he's uprooted or unsettled. I don't want him to feel like he's the cause of a war between his mother and myself. The last thing in the world I want is for him to be separated in any way from you and Dad. Because you have been the one constant thing in his life that I've been able to share with him. When he gets older, I know he's going to appreciate, as much as I do now, it was your love and your generosity that made it possible for him to have his mother and to love her. Not to grow up seeing her as some stranger or mad woman.
And I know that's how you feel. But I tell you, I appreciate you telling me this today. Now, you know that I've always expected and wanted Little John to make a home with you and Jillian.
Yeah, but you want what's best for John, and so do I. And that means we have to do this with as little pain and as naturally as we possibly can.
Exactly.
Well, if there's any problem, and I don't know that there is one, it's not going to be with you and Dot. It's not going to be with Jono. It's not going to be with Jill and me. It'll be Delia.
Dad, or Frank, right?
Both. That's very good. That's very good,
Oh,
Hi.
wasn't too hard to figure. Day I got accepted to the academy, my dad was out working on the moving van. I nearly went nuts till I had a chance to call him. The next person I wanted to call wasn't Jeannie. It was Mark,
Which one's Mark?
my older brother. He was the one who was always on my back about something or other. He cut classes to come home just to buy me some beers. Never got over that. 2 weeks later, he was dead.
Oh, I'm sorry. What happened?
I'll tell you about it some other time. But the point is, when I saw your hand reach for that telephone, I just knew that... And see, that's what makes great partners.
It sure does. It sure does, knowing what's going on in the other person's head.
Right.
Well, I think we're going to be very good, don't you?
We already are. Imagine what we'll be like with some practice.
Oh, we'll be awesome. Totally awesome. I know it.
Now what?
Oh, I was just thinking about my brother Pat. And I know that I don't have to call him because he probably senses how I'm feeling right now. He's the one with the premonition.
Right, yeah.
But why do I want to spend my time on the phone? I mean, I'd rather see him in person and tell him. That's better
Well,
anyway.
all right, tell you what. When can you be out of here by the time for lunch?
Well, I can try, but I'll have to brief my replacement.
Oh, no, you won't. It's
But-
Flaherty.
Yeah, I know, but I've got those orders to fill out, and then I've got to go down to payroll. And
Oh, the book,
I've
the
gotta
book. She's
clear out
going
my
by the
desk.
book. I am...
Going by the book. Well, I thought going by the book was great just a few minutes ago.
Well, everything else I said was true.
Well, you said a lot.
I meant it.
Well, I liked it. But you've got to go now. Because I've got a lot of things to do, and I've only got an hour.
All right, tell you what.
know
I'll
what I
come
mean?
back here, and if you're not here, I'll look for you in payroll.
That's okay.
Okay.
All right.
This could be trouble. But here comes Wonder Partner.
I know how to react in a tough situation.
Here they come again.
Still with me, Wonder Partner?
Won't catch me running out when there's trouble around. No, sir.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm strong and dependable.
Grace, let me tell you.
Nothing I ever do is enough.
She's smart. And always goes by the book.
Behind you.
Hold it, flag on the play. Excuse me, sir. Freeze. Thank you. Chapter 3, Section 2, Paragraph 5. When approaching armed assault in progress, officer must A, determine type of weapon or weapons employed. What the hell is this?
Now, that's more like it. That's the way your brother would have done it.
Siobhan? Siobhan? Siobhan?
What?
Officially, we're not partners till you get your written orders, right?
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to do that before you start going by the book. See you in 55 minutes.
What about it? I waited a lot of years to marry you. And now that I have, I want you to myself for a while.
And
I still feel so married.
I understand.
can Siobhan give up Joe for a new love?
Tonight, flash dancing on Eye on Hollywood. Then following Too Close for Comfort, the hot new cookie in the office turns out to be Reggie's daughter on Reggie.
To get well and, well, cleaning up after the campaign.
Oh, come on. I seriously doubt that. But I'm glad you're having a good time.
Oh, she's a kick to be with. It's like seeing New York City over again for the very first time.
Sweet kid.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I've been thinking about her and you and all of us. And I have a question about where you and Frank are going to live as soon as he gets out of the hospital.
Oh, well, we've had one discussion about it, but we really haven't reached any decision yet.
Well, I'm sure he's anxious to get back to his home and get settled with his new bride and his son.
Yeah, well, I am too, soon. But
the problem is Maggie and, of course, enough space.
well, it's not really a problem, but it's a consideration.
But I think I have a solution. Why don't you just leave Maggie where she is? And all of you move in here. We'll be just one big, happy family.
Well, I must say that idea had occurred to me.
Well, what, are you waiting for an invitation?
What?
You're not going to get one.
Oh, all right.
This is as much your house as it is mine and Roger's. You belong here. So if you want to move in with your bags and baggage and your husband and your sister and little John, too, that is fine with me.
No, not little John. He should stay right with his parents. It's confusing his grandparents. It's confusing enough as it is.
No, you're right. You're right.
You know, this is incredibly generous of you.
Do you want a good, swift kick? Did you just hear what I said?
Yeah, I know. Dad left this house to all of us.
Yes.
I don't know. I always felt like you belonged here.
Not exclusively. Listen, I am tired of rattling around in this big house all by myself. You know, when you moved here for security reasons, I realized how much I enjoy the company.
And you don't see any problem with this?
That you married the man that I almost married.
Yeah.
No. Jill, things worked out the way they should have. And I know that because it makes me so happy to see the two of you.
Thanks. But you see, there is a problem. You and Patrick, what about your privacy?
Doors closed. And we're grown-ups. We have a very grown-up relationship. No strings, no promises, and nothing's going to interfere with us. Not even you, so I dare you. I double dare you. Okay, I promise I won't.
Ready? Oh, Maggie, give Faith and I a couple more minutes.
No, wait, that's not necessary. No, come on in. I've said everything I need to say. Outside of the fact that what is a family house with no family?
Thank you. Maggie, Faith's invited us to...
Well,
sorry. Suggested.
Yes.
Suggested that Frank and I move in here when he gets out of the hospital, and that you stay here, too.
Oh,
is that affirmative?
are you kidding? You're taking me in just like that? Thank you.
Well, we've got to check it out with Frank first, but I don't think he's going to give us much problem. Anyway, we better go. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
See you later.
Have fun.
Oh, hello there, love. How are you?
Improbable as it may seem, I really needed to consult my mother.
Time schedule.
We now rejoin Ryan's Hoop. In our story, Siobhan, learning that she is to be Bill's partner, tells her mother of the attraction she feels for him. And eavesdropping, Maggie overhears Frank and Jill discussing Frank's objections to living in the house with Maggie. She decides to do something. Now back to Ryan's Hoop.
please. Everything that's going to be saved goes on that side of the room. All the stuff that goes out you can put right over in there. And never the twain shall meet.
That way there won't be any trouble the next election, right?
Well, I'm going to go and pack up my office bag, honey.
Now, flyers, old printouts, and anything else that's appropriate for the outpile has to be prepared for the recycling station. Henry can tell you the rules if you don't know them.
Yeah, Georgia, this pile right here, that's out, right?
Right.
Hey, 2 at a time at the most.
I'm in good shape.
Yeah, I can see that. Nevertheless.
Oh, you can take 3 at a time.
Me, Tarzan.
You sexy. Is that the word for it?
That's the word, but I'm not. I'm just practical. Don't knock yourself out.
It's Labor Day. I'm earning my keep.
Well, I doubt if your sister's going to bill you.
Well, she's already done so much for me, there's no way I could repair. I just don't want to wear out my buckle.
I think she likes Pat Ryan.
Well, who doesn't?
No, I mean, in that way.
Well, don't worry. That way, Pat's spoken for. Faith?
Oh. Faith. Frank.
Well, don't just stand there. Do something. I left you an opening. Go over and start talking about recycling.
Yeah, but that wasn't on Bill Hyde's list of approaches.
You works with what you got, kiddo.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Ryan.
My fault.
No, my fault.
You're right. You okay?
Somebody bring me another medium-sized box, please.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Sorry.
Oh, good thing I was here.
Yeah, thanks.
You all right?
I'm swell.
Oh, take these, please. Yeah. Maggie, do you know anything about recycling techniques?
What's to know?
Well, for one thing, you can't do that.
Which?
You can't mix the colored ink with the black and white ink.
I see.
Yeah, and everything has to be tied up. You see, if we brought the stacks of paper down in this condition to the recycling center, they'd laugh in our face.
No kidding.
Yeah, darn right. Listen, I'm going to be driving down there later this afternoon. Would you, like to come along?
Where?
To the recycling center. Yeah, it's really an interesting place. Ecology in action.
Well, Sure, I'd love to.
You would?
Yeah, it'd be great. But first we better tie up this stuff, right?
Right.
So why don't you go get us some twine? We can work faster together.
Okay, coming right up.
Oh!
Maggie! Are you okay?
I tripped. I'm fine, really.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Oh, my back! Oh.
Training, an ABC movie special. Then, Matt is hired to prove a woman innocent of the murder of her father.
You noticed?
Any odds on a successful breakout?
Oh, I'd say about 100 to 1.
Ooh, that bad.
Mm-hmm. Come on in and shut the door.
Huh. Thought you'd never ask.
Oh, yeah, they've got automatic rifles at the desk, barbed wire on all the exits. Besides which, I've seen you moving faster, kid.
Well, there was this guy with a knife. I mean, at least that's what they tell me. I don't know. My back was turned at the time.
What I heard was you tried to buy him off.
Oh, seemed appropriate under the circumstances. What I really came to do was stop you any way I could from going with him.
My father thanks you. My mother thanks you.
Hey, even your wife has thanked me.
Oh?
Yeah, by the way, congratulations.
Thank you.
Where do you plan to live?
Well, there's been a lot of discussion about that, as a matter of fact. But I think I've talked Jill into coming back to my apartment with me.
Let's put her in a straight chair.
Okay.
Easy now.
I'll get the bed down.
Keep your back straight. head up. No hurry. It's good.
I didn't think I'd make it.
I'm sorry that the Demerol hasn't helped. Look, lower from your knees down. Lower gently. That's good.
Oh, Jill, this is awful.
Well, I'm sorry you're in so much pain. Patrick?
Yeah, we'll adjust the medication.
No, I didn't mean that. I hate to do this to you. I can't stay here and turn this place into a hospital for... How long did you say it'd take, Pat?
At least a week of bed rest. A couple more before you'll move easily.
How can I impose on you in faith like that?
Well, it's not an imposition. Really, it just means the whole family living in the house together for a couple of weeks, that's all. It's what I wanted anyway. I just wish you didn't have to hurt your back to make it happen.
Ready for some dinner?
Yeah, sure am. Let me put this away.
What is it? Is it an assignment from Captain Hollaback?
No, it's not official. I was just looking through the Novak file.
You what?
I wanted to see if there are any recent reports on Joe.
Where did you get that file? More importantly, how did you get it?
I went through the usual channels. Asked Captain Hollaback for permission, then went down to organized crime and had them pull it for me.
I see. Did you talk to everybody about it? Did you go up and down the hall asking whatever happened to good old Joe Novak? Why did you do it?
Because not knowing where Novak is or if he's dead or alive is getting in my way.
Getting in here? This sounds like you're trying to get him killed. That's what this sounds like.
You know better than that.
Oh, sure. Just stir up some interest in him. Help spread the word that he got out one of his own people because he was protecting a cop, that he was working with the cops. Oh,
nothing's going to happen to Joe because of me or because of these. There's not one word in there about him working with the cops or killing Ace Landrace to save you.
Shut up. I told you this in confidence. Now you're making this information public domain.
I haven't said anything to anybody about it, and I won't.
Look, there's nothing in the file. How about taking it back?
Because I'm not finished with it yet. I got something else to say to you, too. I'm very glad that they made us partners, and I'm very glad that I went to the trouble to help make it happen.
Well, so am I.
But if there's
What's that got to do with anything?
Well, there's one element essential to a partnership, and that's trust.
I trust you.
The hell you do. You walk in here, you find me with the Novak file, and you immediately make me out to be the enemy, that I'm on some sort of ego trip, that I have no thoughts for you, or him, or where you are about the guy.
I don't think you've got any business walking around the department with that file.
Siobhan, what is the assumption? That I'm stupid, or malicious, or just plain indifferent? That I'll have him nailed by his own people because I happen to be involved with his ex-wife?
Because somebody could see you with the file, and someone could start asking questions.
Damn
That's
it,
what
Siobhan,
I mean.
that isn't going to happen. And I'm not the one who's running off at the mouth about it. You know what's really bugging you? What's really bugging you is I'm having a cold, hard look at the ghost of Joe Novak.
What?
How you took this guy and you turned him into some plaster saint I'll never know.
Oh, among many other things, Bill, he saved my life several times.
I saved your life when we caught the guy who was after Jill. You
well,
want to
there's
sanctify
one major difference between the two of us.
I know I wasn't married to the guy.
The difference is that I know Joe Novak and you don't. I was in love with him, and I still love him. And the person that I know doesn't have much to do with the person in that report. He changed and he grew, and he is a good and loving man. You've never even met him, and yet you hate him and you're out to get him. I want to understand why.
There you go.
You're so wonderful to me. You really are.
Well, you make it easy.
I still don't know what happened. All I know is it hurts.
Well, listen, let me go get Dr. Ryan, okay? Patrick, we're ready for you.
Yeah, here.
Oh.
Ice pack. Oh, good. I think you'll find that you'll be most comfortable either sitting up straight like that or just lying flat.
Nothing feels very comfortable right now.
Here. Take one of these. 2 more every 4 hours afterward. That should take care of it.
Patty, tell me something. Everything happened so quickly in the emergency room. What actually really happened to Maggie?
Yeah. Well, she was carrying a very heavy load. She fell in precisely the wrong way, and she has a classic lumbosacral sprain. It's a fairly common injury. It's extremely painful. All you can really do is give it bed rest, ice packs, time.
Are you sure this is going to be all right with Faith and Frank?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, positive.
But you're on your honeymoon, Jill. And Frank's been waiting years and years to be married to you. And he's the one that's really hurt and needs the attention. Now he has to share you with me. There's no way anyone could be that generous. He'll hate it.
Maggie, everything you said is true, but sharing Jill is going to be fine for Frank. You know why?
No.
Because he loves Jill. He knows that she loves you and wants you here.
Oh. Thanks.
Well, I'd give you a hug, except I'm afraid that I might hurt you.
Okay, let's get the ice pack on it. Lean forward now, just a little.
That feels better.
Try that for 10 minutes.
You know, it isn't only Frank who loves you and do anything for you. It's Faith and your family and everyone I've met so far. I think Henry would die for you.
He almost did.
They all admire you so much. There's so much commitment there. I would do anything for that, to have so many people care for me that way.
How'd you like that?
Well, oh, well, a little embarrassed, touched. Listen, I want to go over to the hospital, square things away with Frank. That way you don't have to sit here worrying about it, okay?
Sure.
You think you'll be all right for a few minutes?
Will you stay with me?
I'd like to, very much.
Then I'll really be all right. Give Frank my love.
I will. Thanks, Patty.
Sure.
So, in addition to the half-sister, you may also have a mother-in-law.
It looks that way.
Well, if I can't wait to see her, imagine how Jill must be feeling.
Exactly.
Your mother came to see me the other night.
Yes, I know.
I didn't expect it. I don't know why, really. She was fantastic, as usual.
Well, she thinks you saved my life. And so do I.
Yeah. Look, I want to say this once and get it over with, okay? I caused you a lot of pain, a lot of trouble, put you in a lot of danger, and I regret it bitterly, and you will never know just how sorry I am.
Well, you were angry. Let's just call it even and start again, huh?
Hey, that's generous, to say the least.
No, that's not generous, really. It's just pragmatic.
Really? Okay. Still seems hideously one-sided to me,
But if you ever do need anything, or if the family ever needs anything, you can call on me.
Thanks. I will.
Ray?
Not to get him stuff.
Just exactly what I said, Bill.
I want to get him so I can get you to myself.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, of course, that could put you in danger, too, but that doesn't matter.
Well, maybe it wouldn't be intentional.
Siobhan, do you hear what you're saying? You're saying that I'm some sort of irresponsible nut. That I want to get him out of my way, even if that means you could get your head blown off in the process. Oh, come on now, Siobhan, is that what you really think of me?
No.
Good. Because if you don't know by now that I'm a responsible cop, and that I'm fully aware of the danger Joe was in the last time you saw him. If you don't think I understand at this point how you feel about that guy...
Stay out of it, Bill.
I want to know what happened to the man.
Leave it alone.
Look, you gotta believe that I'm not gonna take chances with the life of somebody you care about. Or with the life of somebody I care about. You? You gotta trust me.
Well, how about filling me in as you go along?
You mean before I do something? Keep you posted after.
Keep me posted.
Absolutely. Is that good enough?
Well, I guess it'll have to do.
Hey. Still want to have dinner with me?
Sure.
All right, I'll drop this off down at Organized Crime and I'll meet you in front of the building.
Still want to have dinner with me?
Yeah. Besides, I made plans.
What plans?
I don't think I want to tell you yet.
Come on, Bill. Where are we going?
It's a surprise.
Well, I thought you were going to keep me posted.
I am about Novak. Oh, this place. Oh, the food is terrific. The atmosphere is... Well, I think you'll like it.
Bill.
I have someone I want you to meet. Someone I want to meet you.
Someone.
Oh, come on. Try trusting me. It could turn into a very nice little habit.
I trust you. I do.
You just want to be in control.
Well, yes, I do. For all the good it's doing me, yes.
Look, I promise you the rest of the evening will be a lot better than the beginning.
Well, there's certainly room for improvement there.
That's for sure. Come on, let's go.
Will you give me a hint?
Well, I'll tell you this much. You have a lot in store for you tonight.
Just came by to find out how Frank was doing and offer my congratulations, of course. By the way, best wishes. Thank you. You know, I bet the two of you would like it a lot if I would get out of here right about now.
Right, thanks.
Ray, take care.
You too.
We're married. Finally, irrevocably. But you know, I still get a pang every time I see the two of you together. Obviously in touch.
Oh, come on. You know what I'm going to do? Just as soon as I get checked out of this hospital, I'm going to take you back to my apartment. I'm going to give you some real reassurance that there's no reason for any twinges.
Yeah, well, that would have been wonderful.
Would have been?
There's a complication.
Oh, I know. Your mother's here and she wants to live with us.
Wrong. And besides, I wish you were here.
I know you do. I'm sorry, it was a bad joke. It's just that it feels like forever since I've had you to myself.
Hey, I'm not the one in the hospital. I'm not the one surrounded by diligent nurses.
All right, I admit it. It's all my fault. But I'm going to make it up to you. Now, what's this about complications?
Maggie, she's hurt her back at campaign headquarters. She needs to be in bed for a week and 2 weeks of rest at least.
Well, I guess that does change things a little. I don't suppose you'd want to move out and leave her like that.
No, I wouldn't want to. And besides, you need to recuperate, and the house is a perfect place.
It won't be a house. It'll be an infirmary.
Does that mean yes?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you're wonderful.
That's better. By the by, you have any liability?
For what?
Maggie's fall.
She's my sister.
Yeah, that's right. She's your sister. You think there's any way you could get your sister to sign a waiver?
You're a pig. You're wonderful, but you're a pig.
I'm your attorney, and it looks to me like you might be able to need one pretty soon.
Yeah? Well, I've got the only attorney that I want. Boy, what a way to start a marriage. Faith, Roger, and Maggie all in the same house.
Yeah, it's not exactly what I had in mind either. You know, maybe I ought to get in touch with Ma and Da, see if they're available. We might have enough for charades.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, charades is not exactly what I had in mind for you when we get home.
That's a relief.
I'm going to have you all to myself soon. Because Maggie's young, and young people heal quickly.
This is so nice of you.
My pleasure. Anything I can do.
Really?
Well, Dr. Ryan prescribes miracle remedies for every ailment.
You're funny.
Seriously, is there anything else I can do for you?
I just want to...
Well, easy. Just sit back.
There's a knot in the small of my back.
Okay. Can you turn over on your side?
I think so.
Get the pillows out of your way so you can lie flat. Now let me know when I find the place.
No, lower. That's it.
I don't feel anything here.
Well, that's the place. Oh!
Okay, how's this?
That's sensational.
Okay. Let's try to relax.
I'm very relaxed.
Okay, I think that should help.
You have wonderful hands. You're a real healer.
Haven't even tried my snake oil.
It's just one more reason for me to be happy.
What is?
Well, I know you're seeing Faith. And that means I'll be seeing you.
I'll look forward to it. Now, I think you should get some rest.
Okay, Doctor. Don't forget the snake oil next time.
You're a good patient.
I'm sorry, Mama. There was a problem with the phone. They just fixed it now.
Well, I mean, you couldn't call from work? You couldn't go to a payphone?
I can't hear you very well. What's all that noise?
It's called rain. Give me your phone number, please, before I forget. Wait a minute. I don't have a pencil.
Well, that's all right. I'll call you next time. I'll tell you next time.
No, I want it now. I don't like the idea of not knowing where to reach you. I'll remember it.
What?
I said I don't like not knowing how to reach you.
Oh, this is a terrible connection, Mama.
Well, I can hear you just fine. You talk, I'll listen. Where are you?
I'm at home.
Well, where's home?
I told you, I moved into a new place.
Oh, yes, you told me that, but you didn't tell me where the place was or what kind of people you're living with.
Oh, really nice, Mama. You'd love them.
What are their names?
What do they do?
Can you really hear me? I'm having a terrible time hearing you.
I want to know who you are living with. How many? How old? What sex?
Oh, honestly, this is just too much.
Maggie, I'm getting soaked. And there's a bad connection. Will you do me a favor? I want you to write me a nice, long letter and answer all my questions. Do you hear me?
I do, Mama, but there's really not much more to say than what I told you the other day.
You haven't told me what kind of work you're doing or what kind of people you're working for.
Let's just wait and see if it happens the way I think it will.
I'd rather you told me now.
Come on, Mama, don't spoil my fun.
Your fun? What do you think? What kind of fun am I having? I mean, worrying about you every single day.
You don't have a thing to worry about. I promise.
Then why are you being so mysterious?
I'm not.
Let me tell you, sweetie, you don't get something for nothing.
Mama. Really?
Absolutely. You get what you pay for, and you pay for what you get.
Well, that's great. Thank you. I gotta go now.
Oh, no, wait. Give me your phone number.
It'll be in the letter? Terrific. Bye.
Are you talking to your mother?
I have never felt so helpless before in my entire life. Now, this can't be a restaurant. It's too quiet. Is anyone wondering what we're doing?
Nope.
Are we alone?
At the moment.
Well, something smells wonderful.
Now, what did I tell you? Now, just stand right there and don't move.
Why, do you have a gun on me?
I gotta check something.
I know where we are. We're at your house in Queens.
Is this the only way you could get her here?
And this must be the mysterious person you wanted me to meet, your mother, right?
She's as wise as she's beautiful, I think. I could tell better if you let me see her eyes.
Mrs. Hyde, it's a pleasure. You have a lovely voice and a heavenly smelling kitchen. Can I take this thing off?
Oh, wait, I'll do it. Slowly and carefully, in a moment, we'll know if the operation was a success. Aha, there we go.
Oh, hello. It's nice to meet you.
Your red hair tells me you must be Siobhan Novak.
Yeah, that's right. You guessed it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mom. This is my partner, Siobhan Ryan Novak. Partner, this is my mom.
You trained
Gretel Flumerfeld Hyde.
Oh, excuse me. You trained him beautifully, Mrs. Hyde.
Let's start out right. It's Gretel.
Okay, Gretel. So, was this as much of a surprise to you as it was to me?
I had a hint. He promised he'd call if it was no go.
You almost got a call.
What a thing to do to your mother.
Look, I knew you'd come if I told you Mom had already fixed dinner for us, but I didn't want to use coercion.
Oh, why are we standing here? Now, you sit over there, Siobhan.
Oh,
Billy,
thank you.
open a bottle of wine.
Yeah, right.
The Burgundy. If you like it.
Oh, Burgundy? Burgundy, that's fine, sure. Plummerfeld, was that your maiden name?
It means flower of the field. My dad used to say he played the field till he found the fairest flower of them all.
You recognize the touch of the Blarney when you hear it.
Oh, I'm not so sure it's Blarney.
We can start now.
I'm starting.
No, not with the food. Tell her how great I am. Well, that's why I brought her home, so she could hear it from the horse's mouth. Tell her how considerate and sensitive I am. Warm and gentle.
And modest.
Oh, that I knew. Yeah.
Little force fight to do.
What's your appetite? Well, it's already wet. These aromas, what are they?
Sauerbraten, red cabbage, potato dumpling. His menu. I don't cook the expected all the time.
Well, it sounds great.
Doesn't your mother ever get tired of fixing Irish stew?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she even took it off the menu for 6 months.
See what I mean?
Hey, wait. You're supposed to be giving her my PR. Why aren't you talking about me?
Yeah, she can draw her own conclusions.
Well, I'm sure he was always his mother's delight.
Pride and joy. Huh.
Thank you.
Some vodka.
So, Do I have to wait till after dinner to see the baby pictures?
Strange you should ask. Just happened to have them here.
Oh, hold it. Come on, that's not on the menu.
Yeah, you're not in charge of everything around here. We had a lot of family fun with the baby books. Everyone helped. Bill's covers just about everything, I think.
Well, not quite everything.
Oh, come on, Siobhan doesn't want to see that. Hey, show her the family album. That's it.
We'll get to it. 9 pounds, 14 and a quarter ounces,
Hey.
21 and a half inches. Impressive. Very impressive. Oh, and his footprint and handprint. That's just adorable, Bill.
All right. Is that enough, huh?
Oh, wait, there's some cute things here. I looked at it again myself this afternoon.
yeah.
Behavior on first date. Sleeps most of the day, only cries before feeding. That's
I'm about to cry now. Are we going to eat soon or what?
in a minute. Circumference of head, 13 and a half inches. Chest, 14. Abdomen, 13 and a half.
My head was as big as my stomach?
Yeah, even then. Physical, mental development. Now, this should be very interesting.
Uh-oh. Mom, something's burning.
Oh, take a look. Had 4 months. Laughs aloud, kicks and splashes in bath, inspects his own hand, and plays with a rattle. At 7 months, shoes fascinate him, and he enjoys himself for long periods of time examining his shoes, pulling at the strings, and finally pulling them off. On or off his feet, his shoes are often in his mouth. He has had all 5 toes on a foot in his mouth at one time.
Oh, Mom. Oh, come on. Is this fun? Siobhan knows I put my foot in my mouth.
Yes, but I didn't know how early it started.
Oh, you're in trouble. Next time we're at Ryan's, I'm going to ask to see your baby book.
Oh, well, fine. I'm sure Ma would love to show it to you.
Hey, did I tell you she's the youngest of 5?
Yes, you did.
Oh,
Frank's sayings, and there's a whole page full of them.
whatever happened?
Look, Ma, my buttons won't butt. That's cute. That's really cute.
Did you say, Mama?
Well, I did. I was talking to a friend about my mother.
Oh, I see. Well, there's more in the kitchen if you want it.
It smells delicious.
Well, it's shrimp and black bean sauce. Lem's specialties.
That's really nice. I hate doing this to you.
Don't. It's not going to have your back by worrying about it. You just got to worry about relaxing and getting your back in shape.
What's this?
Oh, just ring that if you need anything, okay?
Oh, no, I can't do that to
Will
you.
you stop? It's no bother. And even if it were, it would be worth it. Now, how's your back feeling?
Oh, much better. The pills must have helped.
Oh, I'm sure they did. But don't let that deceive you. You've still got to rest.
What a thing to do to Jill. Show up on her doorstep and hurt myself.
Well, you were just trying to help her. You picked up more than your back could handle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I ran into Henry at Lamb's, and he's quite concerned. And he said if there's anything he could do, please let him know.
He's really sweet.
Well, he feels terribly responsible, being that he was chairman of the cleanup committee.
That's sweet.
Well, eat before it gets cold.
Mm-hmm. Are you and Jill having dinner later?
Yes, I feel very badly that we have to go out.
Oh, no.
Well, if it was anything else, one of us would have canceled.
No, listen, I understand. Jill said it had something to do with the hospital?
Mm-hmm. The children's wing. No, I think I'll let her tell you about it. It's just terribly important to both of us.
The two of you have so much in common. It's nice.
The two of you will, too. In time. In fact, you already do. You have a mother in common, and that's pretty important.
I guess it is.
You know, I overheard you when you were talking about your mother, and you said something about a letter.
Oh, by the way, I called my friend Colette.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Well, I do. Tacoma's not exactly next door.
Well, then the letter didn't have anything to do with your mother?
As a matter of fact, it did. There was a letter at home when my friend picked up my mail for Mama.
Well, that's wonderful. Now, will they forward it?
It's already been done.
Oh, that's going to make Jill very happy.
I just hope there's more than a few lines in it.
So do I. It'll mean a lot to Jill. To learn about her, and, well, to meet her, of course, but then to see a letter from her and to see her handwriting means an awful lot to Jill.
I just don't know why I didn't bring more current pictures of Mama. When I made the decision to come. I just couldn't think of anything else.
Well, it was a big step. Maggie, do you think your mother won't want to see Jill?
Oh, no. Once she knows how Jill feels, nothing could keep her away. She may want Jill to come to Tacoma, but she'll welcome her with open arms.
But doesn't that bother you that she's been so out of touch with you, that she's all the way in Mexico and she hasn't left an itinerary or a contact?
No. She knows I can take care of myself, and she expects me to be there when she calls. This is really good.
I had another thought.
About what?
Your mother. Well, it had to be such an emotional jolt to read about Jill after all these years and be reminded of her existence.
Oh, it was.
Well, maybe she didn't want to reach a decision about contacting Jill.
You know, I think you're right.
But you said that she's a very warm and loving woman, and a concerned parent.
Oh, she was. She is. I mean, you're absolutely right. You must make a great doctor.
Well, I hope I'm competent.
You're so understanding and compassionate.
And I have a tough time dealing with compliments. I'll let you eat in peace.
I didn't mean to embarrass you.
You didn't.
I just want you to know how grateful I am for everything you've done for me.
Maggie, it's our pleasure. I can't wait to tell Jill about the letter. Ring if you need anything.
I have had it with this weather. You'd think it was monsoon season.
Well, who was it? Maggie?
Yes, it was Maggie. And I don't know any more now than the last time she called.
She hang up on you again?
She didn't hang up. We were disconnected. And there was static on the line, and I didn't have a pencil. Not that she'd tell me anything I could write down.
Yeah, well, why don't you come right over here and let me take your mind off everything?
Oh, I must look like a drowned rat.
Hey, I think you look like a gorgeous mermaid.
Oh, buddy, you are a hoot. No, but there's something going on, and I don't like it.
Well, why don't you and I get something going on right here, right now?
No, buddy, please, I'm very serious about this. I mean, Maggie is keeping something from me. Something she's not telling me. I mean, what is this big opportunity that she doesn't want to tell me about?
He lied over the medicine chest.
Sure. What's wrong?
Well, it seems to be coming off the wall. The screws are loose, I think.
Probably needs a molly bolt. I'll fix it.
Bill said that you were a wonderful cook. The words just don't do you justice. That was incredible.
This is a special occasion.
You said you cook for a family on the island?
I do. This is my day off.
Oh, busman's holiday, sure.
Oh, it was a pleasure, believe me. I was looking forward to meeting you.
Really?
Yeah. I've heard a lot about you.
Oh, well, I can't imagine what you heard at first.
Oh, at first it wasn't what he said, but how much and how often.
Well, our initial impressions of each other were anything but positive.
But they were vivid. At least his of you. He noticed you. Well, there were some complaints, but it wasn't long before the winds began to change. And every time he told me another Siobhan story, I could tell he liked you more. And he always said you were too beautiful for your own good.
He did?
Beautiful and feisty and no baloney. He likes no baloney.
Well, I'm surprised.
Well, what about?
Well, that he talked about me that much, considering the way we fought.
Oh, Billy loves a good fight. Always did. All my kids do. If there are 5 different viewpoints on any one subject, they'll find them. Each one has a better idea than the next. All chiefs know Indians, my father used to say when he'd visit. Could they be our